that joke that you did. She was talking about Queen Latifah. It was so funny. She said, and I called Queen Latifah and I said, listen, I got this new song I was thinking about, and it goes like this and that. And you said, Queen Latifah said, Tiffany, stick to your comedy.
Yeah.
You tell it.
Yeah. So I called, so we had just finished Girls Trip, and I was like, she inspired me, right? Because she had played some of her music that she had been working on. So then I had called her like maybe 2 weeks later, and I was like, Dana, let me tell you. Okay, so I've been in the lab and I've been working on this song. Tell me what you think about this. And I just started singing it over the phone. I was like, now later, bubble gum. Come on, baby, give me some. What it do? Baby boo, don't you want a little chew? Ooh, come to me. What you want to say, baby? Give me some. Bubble gum. And she was like, you might want to stick to the comedy. You might want to focus. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Damn. And I was like, it's catchy though. I feel like kids make dances to it and stuff. She's like, stay in your lane, boo. Stay in your lane. Achieve your lane. Then start slowly venturing out into other lanes. Real slow.
I can hear it.
But you can hear it, right? Can't you hear it?
Yes.
But Tiffany does have, when we do this stupid thing that at the show, we really don't have a song that they think we can really do.
Yeah, I really think y'all should put a song. I'd be down to do one if y'all really have an idea.
I got some bangers in my phone. I've been slowly venturing out into the other lane, and I got some bangers.
We gonna go through them.
Okay, but the movie we gonna do.
Yes,
okay, let me tell you the movie we gonna do. I'ma play a superhero. Okay, from this comic book called Mystery Girl, because I've been searching up, down, high, and low for a black female superhero to play, because that's something I always wanted to do. And so I will be Mystery Girl, and you will be this detective that, like, I really don't want to help the police. Like, my thing is like, don't help the police. But you keep coming through so tough that I'm like, damn, guess I gotta help the police.
You can't help yourself.
Can't help myself but to help you.
Where's the love come in?
Oh, so while we in some situations.
Oh.
We in some situations. And I'm not trying to be into you, but I can see your thoughts and stuff. I can see what's going on in your heart, and I start to feel you a good person, and you got a good heart, and that you just fallen upon some hard times. You done made some mistakes here and there, but you really are a good person, and I'm getting drawn to that. But I don't want that. I don't want that. But then you saved my life, and then like I saved your life a few times, and then we kiss like the.
And then you press his.
Oh yeah, that's easy right for that.
Kitchens.
I'm pressing.
You alright with that, Daddy?
We always have those conversations about fake kisses and real kisses, right?
She ain't talking about a fake kiss though.
She looking like she had to put her mask down.
She put the mask
She said put the mask down there just so you hear me.
Yes.
She needs to see me. She brought it down. Make sure you hear me.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
It's gonna be comical though. It's a comical.
No, I love that though. I love
That's
that.
dope. I like that.
I love you and Blair together, and I just
It looked
swear,
like
I
it
can't
really
believe
do. Like low key, it really does look good.
Low
like,
key, it was really Bashert, and Bashert is Bashert, and yeah, you called me out. Your wife called me out on it, but come on, Tiffany and Blair.
It's fire. I'm with it.
I'm down.
I'm with it.
I'm down. Let's do this.
If y'all had a poster, like I put on my IG right now.
Okay, well, we don't have a poster yet.
Okay, but when y'all get one, send it to me.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
send it to you as soon
For
as we
sure.
get it.
For sure. We're still working on with the costume.
Okay.
Yeah, we're putting the final touches on this script.
Now you know we already partnered up though. We got a show about foster care.
I
And
would
we're
love
gonna start
to
pitching
help
around
whenever I
town
could.
in the next week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
We had such a good time shooting the Madam CJ walks through.
Y'all look like it. I
No, we
really
really
enjoyed.
do.
I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I watched it because I had nothing else to do. And so,
That's right. That was the first week of quarantine.
and
That's
it
right. Nobody
came-
had
That
nothing
was
to
the
do.
first day. Yep. And it came on, and I was like, the first thing I said was, "Look at Tiffany, crazy ass."
Everybody said that.
That's what I said. I said, "Is she ever done show mama?" I said, "What's wrong?" What's wrong with you?
I was playing The Joy of Harlem, and maybe there'll be a part 2. Or
Yeah,
There
you
you
should,
go.
yo.
do that.
You were excellent in Madam CJ.
You really
Both
were,
of you.
because I love how your character grew too, like how she went, and then when
She
she got.
grew, and she was able to just go along with the. I thought there was gonna be some Viola Davis action with that girl, though. I was like, she gonna go all the way like that. And I was like,
I thought you was too. I was gonna say,
not like that. Not like that. But that's not in my life cycle at this point in time. I am an actress, and I like to think of myself as a method actress, but not when it comes to that. She got a good grandma kiss out of me.
Octavia caught you right on time too. What you doing?
She didn't get none of that. She got.
It was so beautiful, both of you. Really.
Well, thank you.
I love the whole part in the head too. I got to get back to that. Did they cut the part or did they
I go that
part it?
part. Ain't you? What about how good he was looking at them suits?
He was killing it.
He was killing the fashion.
I felt like I was there. You said cocaine cola.
Yeah.
Remember that part?
Right.
There's only one time where somebody's wig moves, and I'll show you one day.
Really?
Yeah, just once.
But here's what I love about this business and life. I was talking to your daughter Tova about this. How things come up at a conversation like this. I mean, this may be a real collaboration with the music. This could be a very real collaboration with this movie. For real. But that's what happened on the set. We were just talking about just her foster care, because I'm hip to that. My baby sister was adopted, and just loved how she's been such an outspoken advocate for foster care. But her perspective, that's her life. And I said, that should be a show. And I've been trying to sell a show for the last couple of years about it. But Tiffany was a missing link. Wow. So, but out of those just conversations, just shooting shit, just talking on the set, things evolve out of that. So
that's why you have to do these things.
Communication is key.
It is. And Tiffany, I cannot believe that you have never been to my little humble abode at the LA School of Comedy. I need you.
You ain't never invited me to
I got my hair braided here by all your people.
You ain't never invited me to today.
Tiffany had so many hair people. Let me tell you, I slipped and fell on hair in this room.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you need a broom.
She said she swept. She says clean. I actually fell on hair. Have you ever slipped on hair?
Yeah, I've definitely slipped on some hair. That's why you get a broom.
Well, next time
you
around.
Sweep up. You make sure they sweep up, and then you sweep up after they sweep up.
Well, I was just going to the
your
ladies'
vacuum
room.
cleaner gets clogged. Then you're like, what the heck? And then you turn the vacuum cleaner over, and it's a whole wig in the damn roller of the vacuum cleaner.
Only in Brooklyn.
That's part of why I needed to cut this shit off.
Listen. When I found she cut up her hair, I was like, I did that. I shaved the sides of my head once, and I said to her, I don't know why, but I was so. Can I use the H word? It was like
a hoe?
No, it just got me like really sexually aroused. Yeah.
Horny?
Horny?
You got
yeah.
horny?
I'm like, what is H word?
The H word. I'm like, hormones.
No. I mean, just to have
it
feel.
aroused
I
you.
can't explain it. Yeah, you could feel you know how much hair I used to have, man?
Yeah.
A mess. And cut it off, but to feel your scalp is freedom.
Yeah, well, it's the most. To me,
Sorry.
it was the most.
You meant that.
I shaved it all off, like ball, like no hair whatsoever, just to the skin. And I was touching after I touched my head. I said, my head feels like a penis. I'm a dickhead. Oh my God. Then I turned around and looked, and I was like, oh, I got a lot of meat back there. I'm a meathead. I'm a meaty dickhead. And I laughed so hard. About
You got
it.
no duck butter in that.
Because, no what?
Duck butter.
Duck butter? What is
If you have that kind of head, a D head.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Okay, that's a boy thing. Sorry. Okay.
Are you talking about dick cheese?
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm very graphic. My bad.
It's all right.
My
You know I know.
bad fellas.
Oh,
My bad
it's all right.
fellas.
It's all right. It's
But
all right. It's all
if you go, just keep it straight with me. But I washed my head, so there was no butter. Just scalp, and I know how to wash.
All right.
But it was such a crazy feeling because when I did it, I was in Mississippi, and I was laughing so hard just to see like my scalp, and just like I had these little scars in the back, and I was remembering how I got the scars and was like, oh man, that's the time this happened. And when the boy hit me in the face with the tetherball, and I fell straight back in the ground, and my head busted, and my mama was like, I'm not taking you to the hospital. I'm not doing this. And she just put like, you know how you had the little ponytails all over? She just did like a little ponytail, put a rubber band around it so it could stick together.
Oh no.
And she would like wait wait 2 days and then put a little peroxide on it and close it back up with my hair, like, and it healed up. But it's a scar back there because of that. And it's like, dang, maybe she should have took me to get them stitches that time. But I had busted my head on. I thought it was on this side over here, but it's actually on this side. When I fell out the car, I was like probably about 5 or 6, and I remembered it, right? And she took me to the hospital and got stitches, and I guess it costed too much money to her. So the next time I busted my head, she was like, we gonna fix this ourselves. And she used my hair to hold the meat together. But, you know, parents get creative. They get creative, and that might be part of the reason why it's in the system. But at the end of the day,
let's help
like, I really loved cutting my hair off because I went outside. I was in Mississippi. I went outside. It started to rain. And the raindrops was hitting my scalp, and it felt like God was giving me a billion little kisses. And then, like, somebody would say something, and it would, like, I would get excited about it, and I would get goosebumps on the back of my head, and I never felt that before. And then I went from outside, it was warm, I went into a building, it was cold, and I got goosebumps all over, and I was like, oh, like, it's all these sensations I never felt. And then somebody touched my head, and I felt like I could feel their energy going into me. I'm like, touch it again, do it again. Like, and then I'm like, dang, all these years, I'm like, don't touch my hair, don't touch my hair. It's like I block myself from receiving, you know, love and affection from someone. I'm like, dang, all them dudes I dated, and I never let them touch my hair, and I should have been letting all of. Maybe I might have, maybe some of those relationships might have been a little better had I let them, like, touch my hair or just or like
What made you do it?
I wanted to see my scalp. I wanted to see myself. You know, I want to know myself. Like, I still know where every single mole is on my body, every scar, everything. But I didn't know my scalp.
I don't know mine.
I never seen it. You know, I mean, it's something to it.
If you got moles,
to really know thyself. The Bible says know thyself. Especially while I had this downtime and I've been reading so much, and it's like, yeah, if I know me best, then no one can tell me who I am or what I am or how I should be, because I love me. I know me. I know everything about me. Nobody knows more about me than me. And I think there's a certain importance to having love for oneself and knowing oneself, as opposed to, like, I'm not a lover of self, but I have love for me. And if I love me and appreciate all my imperfections, then others will too, because whatever you give to yourself is what you're going to get back from others, because you're going to give that out as well. So,
and karma is real.
That she ain't just funny.
Hey, Tiffany, more than one. And let me tell you something I love about something else that had come up. We're talking about communication, and you were talking about everything is always about me, me, me. And they're talking about sharing the love with the foster care system, and it just all makes sense with Laptop Mike and a Dream. So what we're saying is we're trying to bring, okay, so there is no comedy camp this summer. There's a comedy club that used to do a comedy camp for kids, and now everybody's been calling here trying to get their kids into doing some kind of comedy. And you know what it's really about? Kids don't know how to speak anymore in front of an audience without getting sick. Tiffany, it's real. They got to stand up and speak, and they're just like, I can't go to school today. I'm not going to do it. And comedy really helps. And with you, you're such, of course, you're the spokesperson, but that's why this is so wonderful, this meeting. Pull it together. Make Laptop Mike and a Dream real. You got your team.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I mean, what Laptop Mike and a Dream is basically, I'm just getting kids or whoever, it's adults that want to learn music, that want to know how, you know, I didn't realize that there were so many people that's like, I would love to be a songwriter, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know, and so I want to create, stuff for that, for kids, young adults, old adults. If you want to learn and you're creative, because we're missing out on so many people. Like, we're missing out on so much talent, so many perspectives, so I'm trying to do my part to catch as much as I can before, I check up out of here.
I used to write so many songs when I was a kid, and I still remember all of them. They probably are all horrible, except for this one song.
Let's hear it.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you, me and my girlfriends, we thought we was going to start a singing group, and we had recorded a song on a tape recorder. This back in the 1900s. And we had recorded it on a tape recorder in her den, and we was singing our hearts out. And then we played it back, and the dog was in the background, like a background singer, going, ooh. And ever since then, we was like, maybe we shouldn't sing anymore because the dog is howling like the sirens is coming, like the police are coming.
Song,
and the song is, at the bus stop, baby, you are the one that I'm waiting for. At the bus stop, baby, you are the one that my heart beats for. You sent me a fax yesterday, And I know what time to be at the bus stop, baby, waiting for you to show up. The love that I have for you, I'll never give up. Yeah, 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 yeah. At the bus stop, baby. I'm waiting for you, baby. Ooh. At the bus stop, baby. Ooh. I'm waiting for you, baby.
That's a dog in the back. There you go at the bus stop.
Shoot, that could have been a hit back in the day.
It would have been a hit.
It would have been a hit back in the day.
Because we was teenagers. We was teenagers, and our transportation was the bus.
Now, see, you were singing about the bus stop, and I was doing the bus stop. You don't
Come
even
on
remember
now.
the bus stop.
We was at the bus stop all the time.
You know I did the bus stop.
Because we
talking about the bus stop.
We had met this lady that was a background singer for Tina Marie. She's a background singer for Tina Marie, and she said, if you want to be an artist, you need to sing about things you know about. So we were like, we know about bus stops.
You know what?
And we know about fax machines.
Fax machines and bus stops. That's lit.
Where can we get more information on your program for the foster kids?
We just starting the pitches, so hopefully we'll we'll sell it soon and be on the air within the year.
What we're doing is a TV show that's going to happen within a year for sure. And then I have a program called the She Ready Foundation that works with foster youth. We get them suitcases because when I was in foster care, I was getting moved around from house to house, and all my clothes and things would be in trash bags, and it made me personally feel like garbage. And I said to myself, if I ever get any kind of power in any kind of way, I'm going to try to make sure kids don't feel like this, like garbage. That's really cool. And so I got some power and got some notoriety, and I started my foundation, and so I give out suitcases to foster youth and gift cards so they can put things in that suitcase. Because I don't know exactly what kid I'm going to get to.
Well, now we're communicating, so we got something else to put in the suitcase, and that's how we do our mission is what can you put in Tiffany's suitcase?
Yeah, well, you know, because each kid is different.
That's right, exactly.
So that's why I'm like, I kind of like step back from like putting certain things in there. Because what if a boy gets the bag and he's like, why are they giving me a bra? Like, or what, you know, like I just like, why they give me a pink toothbrush and I'm a boy? Like, you know, just certain things. Like, so that's why I just put a gift card in there. Because I'm thinking about how I would think as a teenager, as a 10-year-old, as 11-year-old, or 8-year-old. Like, what would I want? You know, and I can't ensure that every suitcase is going to go specifically to this because I don't know all the kids. But what I do have is their names, and I write little notes to each one, and they put it in a suitcase for each kid. Like, and so then they have that.
We need to do something now because, you know, I'm telling you.
Because then they start to feel like a person as opposed to garbage. You feel like a traveler, a visitor in this person's house as opposed to some trash that's been dropped off that's going to get picked up and transported somewhere else.
Absolutely.
You know, so.
And Toba's trying to make me get a kid, by the way.
And it affects, what?
Toba's telling me she wants me to get a foster kid.
She wants, you should.
Yeah, she wants me to
foster kid. I'm thinking about adopting. People are like, you need to have a baby. And I'm like, there's too many babies out here that don't have nobody to love on them. And also there's a lot of other things, a lot of issues about that I feel personally that I'm not ready to discuss here.
That's okay, because that was my brother's last conversation with me before he died was about what you said. He was very proud of you. Told me, you don't say nothing like that. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm not Tiffany, and you can't put me in the same kind of group like that. My brother was very special. So, you know, my brother was all black, and my sister is all white. My brother and I have different fathers, and my sister and I have different mothers. So I was the only one, but he was my brother, you understand? So for people to say half, you're like, what?
Right.
You know, because he's dark. Like, what? He's darker than Andre. And they're like, is that? So anyway, he had called me about Tiffany. He was like, yeah, you had met him quickly. You didn't even know it. This is after Towa's bat mitzvah. And he said, but that's what I'm saying, because what they doing with these black men, he said, you understand, I can't go to Wayne. But I said, Jason, you go to Wayne, New Jersey, you don't have your driver's license on you, even though it's good, and when you get out of the car, you're wearing a jacket that says, I am the white man's nightmare. Why do you think they pulling you over?
But a white man can wear a jacket that says I'm the black man's nightmare
and get away with it.
And nothing happens to him. And don't have no ID and his driver's license be suspended.
And no problem.
And he'll be fine. And that's the problem.
Yep, and that's the real problem.
That's the problem.
And the other,
it should be the same consequences for all people. If you want to beat this black man ass, you need to beat that white man ass that's got beers all in his car. Okay? I'm just saying. I've been with I've done too much. I'm saying too much, but I've dated a lot of different kind of men and been pulled over by the police with those different kind of men, and I see how they treat people. I've experienced it personally for myself, how they treat me, and how if I talk one way, if I look a certain way this day, this is the type of treatment I get. If I look this way this day, this is the type of treatment I get. So it's like, I know it's about what you look like. And every human, let's be honest, we all kind of do it. We just, judge a book by its cover, but we have to be a little more open-minded. We have to get over that. And it's like, I know it's a defense mechanism, and it's kind of the way America works and whatnot, but we can't judge books by their cover
anymore.
We got to start reading. Open it up and at least read the preface. Get the preface at least. Ask some questions.
Tiffany, it's too much.
I just feel like, I know it's a scary job being a police officer. I've dated many police officers, and it's a lot of fear involved in that, and that comes into training. They install that fear in you, right. and they install certain things in you when you're training. And they don't start out that way, but kind of if you dealing with something. I mean, they dealing with a lot of bad people, and a lot of mental illness, a lot of bad things. So I don't hate police. I just hate the ones that murder people.
Well, you know which ones I hate, Tiffany? The ones that beat me up and put me in jail. Because you know that happened in front of my children and my husband. And it was just crazy over an Instagram picture. It was just crazy. And then I got arrested in Oregon. I was asked off of a flight, and someone said to me, well, you were wearing a fur coat. I said, I was wheeled in a wheelchair, okay? And being beige is the same as being black. I don't care what everybody say. When my brother would say, you don't know because you drive and you don't get stopped like that. I said, no, you get stopped being beige. Do you know why they threw me off? The captain said he wasn't comfortable with me on that flight, and I was in first class.
Hold up, based on Instagram. What?
Oh, the first one, I was taking a picture of this drunk white girl. She was drunk, but she didn't throw up on her Louis Vuitton bag, but nothing was on her bag, so I thought that was a caption. And the cops came up. Brother came up and said, hey, you have some respect. I was like, excuse me, officer, me, my background. You don't have permission to put your hands on my person. Who's your supervisor? They got that 4'7" Irish supervisor. He said, cuff her. And my husband said, you will not take my wife. He says, I'm an attorney. The cop said, you're next. He said, you will not. What are you going to do with my kids? He said, we're going to put them in the system. And they would have done it, even for 24 hours, just to make a point. And they put me in the tombs.
It would have been more than 24 hours. It would have been 3 months before you got them back.
Tiffany, the tombs. In the tombs. And that's the first time jail, right? Second time, Oregon. I get there. I know there's a little problem when there's a sign that says, yes, black people do live here. Welcome to Portland. I was just like, whatever. But I was there for a layover with the kids, and I was in someone's personal space in the front row. All I know is I was thrown off this plane, and they took my kids. And it's a horrible thing, and I didn't talk about it because I'm always making jokes about, that why you wonder why they throw you off the plane. You're coming in with this and this, how you make jokes and stuff. But when it happens to you, Tiffany, when it happens to you, and you're humiliated in front of your kids. And you know what my kids said, because they were a little bit younger, they were like, Mom, just go. We have work with Debbie Allen tomorrow. I was like, you can't say that. They asked me off the plane. They were not comfortable. I was the only woman of color. And no, I didn't come in there because I'm a nervous wreck in an airport. And I was wheeled in a wheelchair. I had a broken ankle. And they took me in a wheelchair to the jail. And it was a female who cuffed me like that. A female. And it said, all niggas must die. Jews gotta burn. I'm sitting in this jail, and they offer me a ham and cheese sandwich. And I just said, my God. The woman that was sitting next to me, she said, did they do your cavity search in the car? I said, no. They ain't doing no cavity search in the car. I said, they give you a cavity search in the car. I said, anybody searching my cavities unless it's in this mouth. Well, they got some surprises. But, Tiffany, you have really got to do something for this. I'm telling you, kids need homes. Kids need homes. You know this. Tiffany's a living example of, like, hey, beautiful things happen.
I can't do it all by myself, though.
That's right.
I can speak on my experience just like you spoke on your experience, and that's what more people need to do, because a lot of times there's ignorance to it. Yeah. And I cannot do it all by myself, and I won't be able to do it all by myself. I need to come together with the community, just like how Jews come together, how Asians come together, how Mexicans come together. We need to come together as a people, and it don't need to be just black people coming. We do need to get together, though. We got a lot of issues on that tip too, but that comes from history and setting us up to be separated.
That's the second time you said I can't do this by myself, and there's a lot to what she just said. Because when everything jumped off, like mid-March with the quarantine and then the George Floyd protests and all that stuff, people was pointing to celebrities. I mean, Don, what was it?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon on CNN saying, like, calling folks out. And I remember thinking, and we're all getting calls like, come on this show, talk. And I said, I don't feel like I need to be talking right now.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle said it best because he was one of the first ones out there and did our stand up. But he basically said, listen, the streets are talking. Celebrity in that moment. I mean, now we're talking. Now we're coming out because we're citizens. We're human beings. But celebrity in that moment felt so just not enough. It's not about celebrity. It's not about what the star is saying. It's like the streets we need to hear what people saying. What's the community saying? What's the country saying? Right now. This is a reawakening.
And you know what it is? I think we had gotten so far away from not just black people but all people. I think with coronavirus is that we had gotten so far away from ourselves. I don't even think that we knew that we were headed. Everybody was headed to a very bad place. Everybody, this is what everybody need to know. Everybody on the planet was about to get out of here. And I don't think y'all know that. Because you get so used to moving, working. You don't, like she said, you don't get to see. You don't see. You think, everybody, look, he's over there working on that, he's doing that, and that's been your life. But that's not life. It's not life. It's a part of what, that's what you get to do, and you should be happy because you're a vessel. But I would set this shit on fire, and nobody would give a fuck. You know why? Because the only thing that makes this stuff valuable is us. Without us in here, none of this shit matters.
But my followers would be very upset if you set this bitch on fire with me in here.
Yeah,
not you, Tim. Not you.
They will put a curse on your song and make you come back as a roach. I'm just
Not a roach.
Roaches.
It seems like it would suck to be a roach, but also at the same time, it might be kind of fun.
I want to be an ant.
An ant?
I think an ant.
I feel like that's a lot of work being an ant.
Because they be working together.
They work hard,
They work
but
hard.
you'll be strong.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But roaches are a trip because when they're white people's houses, they always say, "Oh, it's a cricket."
Nah, you like you got roaches. Carol, you have roaches, okay?
Those are roaches.
Roaches aren't brown.
I had one that had to live here. I'm sorry to even share this with you, but every time the class was kind of quiet, you know how that gets in the comedy club, Tiffany, I would hear this cricket. What the hell is this cricket? And it was loud as hell. Come to find out, guess what was in this office? A cucaracha. You know what that is?
Yeah, a roach.
No, it's not. From the song La Cucaracha is a singing roach.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Well,
I never knew that. But the woman told me, it's a kid who found it. And she said, well, it has to, she goes, this is a Madagascar because it has hair. It's 20 years old at least. And I was like, ah! Because it was with me.
They hiss.
And I thought when I saw it that it was a mouse roach. I couldn't figure it out if it was a mouse or if it was a roach.
Wow.
That was a big old roach.
It was a big old roach, but she got it. That's what matters. And Tiffany, we're going to do something. You and Blair are going to do something with these children. I'm so scared for these children, Tiffany. God bless you.
I'm not
for
scared
that.
for them. Children are the most resilient people on this planet. They can adapt.
You guys see what's going on adapting right now?
They are adapting.
The school thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, you know what?
They're going to get through this.
They're going to be, if they want to learn, they're going to learn. Like, if they want to know, they have it at their fingertips. You know, the information is there. And I believe in them. That's my future, right? I believe in children. I'm not going to be scared for them. I'm scared more so for myself because these children will survive. They will adapt. They will evolve. And I think it will be okay. And there might be a war that come through, so we might need to teach them how to shoot guns, bust off one time, how to fight or whatever, and how to grow their own food to survive. But
live off the land.
I'm not gonna be afraid for them. I'm going to be. And maybe that's because none of them came out of me, and so maybe that's why I'm not afraid for them. I'm more so I believe in them. I'm excited for them. And I just want them to learn as much as possible because that's the real power is the knowledge.
So when you have some kids.
Don't even look at me like that.
She got them now.
My uterus got a dent in it. My uterus got a dent in it, so nothing stays. It all falls out.
When Miss Haddish hatching some
my uterus shaped like a heart. Nothing can attach. It's like, I want to be here. Bye. It's out.
When Miss Haddish.
I'm good,
Well,
bro.
let me tell you.
I'm gonna adopt.
Martindale.
I'm gonna adopt. Don't be trying to like, I want to do business with you. I got a man, okay?
I got a man.
When she gonna hatch.
Now we got to get a
Don't worry
kid.
about when Haddish is hatching, okay? Don't put that on me. I feel like somebody trying to put a curse on me right now.
That ain't no curse. That's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Yes, what you say till they talk back. So how you always been a dancer, Blair? I didn't know about that. Let me tell Debbie Allen.
No, I wasn't always a dancer. No, not a dancer now.
You danced in that movie.
I like moving. I like feeling the music. I like going with the groove.
Dope.
Now listen, we gonna have to do something. He got the voice like Vaughn Harper and the dancing, and we got this.
I really do want to get in that. I think that'd be dope to bring. I want to get in that too. Is like bring back like or create like black theater like.
You know
like
what
musical,
I would love to do?
Like
I would love to. You want to do a black musical?
I would love to.
I was just getting ready to say it.
I want to do a musical that plays music from the 1930s, 20s,
like the
and 10s,
20s,
but all the dirty songs.
They had dirty.
They had a gang of dirty
nasty
songs.
That's
Really?
True.
See, Dana? Queen Latifah
That's
on
really
SNL.
dope.
They're nasty
They
songs.
did a whole skit where she was
Yes.
a singer from the 20s and 30s doing dirty blues songs.
You're not-
Really?
It's called the devil's music.
Google it.
Yes.
Really?
If they would say
Yes,
that
it's
they were
hilarious.
putting the
There's
devil's
there's so many of them.
She's right.
Just put in sexy songs or dirty songs from the early 1900s. There's one called Nuts for Sale, Hot Nuts for Sale. That one's yes. And then there's another one called Shave Me Dry, and there's another one that's Please Warm My Wiener, Baby. There's a bunch of them. Like that's why I'm like, oh, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion don't got shit on Bessie Mae. And Edith Wright and all these old school singers, they don't have nothing on how they was nasty. My nipple the size of my thumb. They would be.
Thank God you say
yeah.
my husband's the size of my thumb. That would be a different thing. That's a nasty one, right? And you said it was nasty.
Wait. Wait, girl, what the fuck did you just say? Did you say your husband the size of your thumb? I can work with that. That's something I can work with. At least I'll be walking normal after
No, I
that.
didn't say that about my husband.
work
He put
with
nothing on him as the size of a thumb.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good. Because
Looks like
the
somebody
lady
locked him in the
song
kitchen.
was
I
talking
love 'em.
about her nipple is the size of her thumb.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Look at
She was
these.
saying.
I had to feed 2 kids.
Oh, they have a whole playlist.
It's
A whole playlist, and she got it.
I might have made that playlist.
Well,
I
Tiffany,
play it for sexy time. If
I was gonna say,
if my
I know
man
you
hear that
have.
in the house, he know what it is.
When I'm in my tea.
you got your playlist. You got everything. Tiffany, where can we know about the Emmy? Tell us more, and then tell us more. We got your information, but I wanted to know something else about you. I wanted to know.
Why do you look like a psychic trying to search for the answer from the spirits?
I am, as a matter of
That's
fact.
something I
like
want to
that
know.
stuff.
Tiffany, you
Something
know why?
I'm in
You
right
know
now.
why? Because I don't believe in coincidences.
Everything happens the way it's supposed to
I
happen.
mean,
Absolutely.
and I want to thank you for that. That's really it. It wasn't like I was searching for anything. It's just it was supposed to be, and I'm always talking to him about you because I want you to sing a song after that joke.
She really does.
I do. I really do. And
I sang 3 songs already today.
To
I
be
know.
honest, you're like the only person she mentioned to me. I'm like, damn, you
I'm
should
probably
Tiffany
her only
Haddish.
black friend.
I did, because
I'm from
one time
Madison.
she hit me and she's hit me. She's
What
like,
about me? Hello?
That's right.
It's only 2
Come on,
of
John,
us.
let
It's only the 2 of us.
I was like, you got to meet. He's like, call her. And then I always talk about your wife. And I'm sorry, Blair. And I know you're a star, but your wife is my star.
She's
So
a
you
star
know.
to me too, so I get
Dude,
that.
you get it. How much
Yeah.
does she? We were at that meeting with that manager of yours or whatever, and
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"Oh, his wife is so funny." And the woman looked at me, and Blair fixed me real quick. You know, he could do that. He said, "She's got a great sense of humor." He's like, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Because you know, I forgot what the Underwoods. I want to be perfect.
I'm like, and then another motherfucking thing.
we only do
I
that
don't
Spagos.
remember fixing you soon on anything.
No, let me just tell you something. One day,
'Cause I
first
enjoy
of
your
all,
spirit so much.
I love your spirit, and I love your wife's spirit. But let me tell you this: she was 45 minutes late at Spago, so I had a glass of wine, right, waiting for her. Then I start falling asleep. You know we work late. You know how it is in the comedy world. So she was like, "You have to see a doctor." She's like, "You're really falling asleep," and I was like, "I'm tired." And I signed her cookbook and put my date of birth in it. Now, does that make any sense? How tired are you when you put? She's taking me out for my birthday. I'm not putting my age out there, but that was the beauty of it. And of
I
course,
would have put that too, though.
Is that crazy?
I'm actually gonna start doing that. Usually, I put the date that I signed it, whatever. But now I'm about to just write my birthday on everything.
Yep.
Just in case you want to send me a gift, bitch.
there you go. Blair, are you really really hot on Instagram and on social media?
I'm not hot like Tiffany, but I'm out there, yeah.
Yeah, he on there.
Well, tell them where to find you.
I don't even know what that is. Blair Underwood, if it's a blue check.
I found you.
You know what it is, yeah.
Can you help me?
Official.
Yeah, I help you.
I'm bad with that too.
On your social media?
You know that because I'm so busy tripping on my kids' stuff.
I know, you just went live and you only had like 5 people watching.
Yeah.
Then it was
Yeah, but
10.
which one was it? We don't know a page. I gotta get rid of these pages.
You got a bunch of pages?
She got about 3, 4.
You gotta like delete those
Yeah.
extra pages and make it one place for
I
everyone
need
to
just
go.
one place. I don't know what I was doing with social media, and I'm gonna get it done. But of course, that it's a whole other world. But Sunda, that's another show. Tiffany doesn't have that kind of time. Blair doesn't have that time. Andre's always screaming at me that he has no time. But I can't wait to get together with you after the show for a few minutes because you know we got to talk.
Yeah, we got some stuff to do.
I really love everyone that was here today. I want to
Yeah, it
thank
was
everyone
awesome.
for their
This was
support,
fun.
and we're going to support you, Tiffany.
Thank
with
you.
these-
Yes,
You too.
I'm already supporting you.
I'm
That's
serious.
right.
Let's do
Support
something with
Angie,
these
Angie,
kids.
Support me, I support you.
Absolutely.
I'm not paying no rent,
I'm
and
all
I'm not
about it.
paying no gas bills,
Don't do
light
that.
bills, but definitely I will
I
buy
paid my
whatever
utilities
product you are
today.
selling.
Because you've done enough for your family paying bills, and that I
I'm
know.
still doing that.
And listen, you ain't alone. Patterson
Alone,
is real.
means I'm with you.
It's the black tax, and that's a whole nother episode.
A whole
Oh, man.
I want to
Whole
be in
other
that
chapter.
one. Let me be in that.
You know what? That's a whole other chapter. People think you have so much, they don't think of what's going on at home.
Yeah, I got a grandma with dementia, paying for those 2 nurses. My mama with the mental illness, got her out the institution, but now I got to pay for therapists all the time and nurses all the time and special kind of meals. And there's special trainers for exercising because she might bust off and hit somebody in the face. Then we got to put a house in and make sure the housing is secure enough so she don't be roaming the streets. So you know what? I love my
It's a show.
family.
It's a show.
I love my family.
It's a show. It's a
I love
show.
my family.
And I,
I love my family.
well, let's have them all on. Let's all shave our heads.
No. I
Don't
love
have
my
mine?
family. I love my family.
Well, listen, I know I love mine. I want to thank Toba for being here today, by the way, and Taja Counts was a fantastic makeup artist as always, and Wes Pequar, thank you so much from Barry Katz's office. And you can find me on Sunda Live everywhere. And where are we going to find you? And when's the next drop?
Find me at Andre_Merritt. That's always on all my social medias. So that's it.
I love the last song, by the way,
Which one?
the one you had done.
On my project?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I did a few. Which one?
I'll let them hear it afterwards.
All right, we'll find.
We'll do that.
I'll let Tiffany check it out. But if y'all want to hear it, y'all don't. I hate letting people. If you
What's
want
the
to hear
name of it? I might have already heard it if it's out.
it's called Testify.
I haven't heard it.
See?
Testify.
There you
Haven't
go.
Haven't heard it. I ain't
Check
heard no
out-
testimonies, no testification.
You guys check out Andre Merritt's
I'm at
Testify.
you. I got you.
You think
All
we
right,
can add
cool,
it and
cool,
post
cool.
somewhere?
Thank you.
You got her? You got her?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. You got it.
It's easy to find Tiffany. Tiffany is a star.
Tiffany is a star. Blair is a star.
It is.
Andre's a star. And I still got to go home and cook dinner. All right. This talk show is on the go. Hey. We on the go.
On the go.
On the go.
At the bus stop and we on the go.
Hey. We got to take pictures real quick. They got to go. They gotta go. Take
That
pictures
was
real quick.
fun.
You gotta take this. Everybody, thanks so much for watching Talk Show on the Go. I wouldn't be here without you. I bet you want to see more Sunda. And if you do, go up here. And if you want to see a lot more Sunda and celebrities and friends and things like that, my Patreon channel is here. And of course, you can find me here on all the platforms. And I want to thank you so much for helping me here at the LA School of Comedy, where we do it all. Podcasting, self-taping, acting, you name it, we do it. LA School of Comedy, there's only one.